I think it's important to be clear what we mean by sustainability for business, because there's quite a lot of different usage of the term. It's used very often by different people meaning very, very different things. For me, it's about how a business manages the risks and the opportunities associated with the social and the environmental and the economic impacts that the business has. It's back to sustainable development, meeting the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. But essentially, I'm looking at it from a business perspective as about management of risks and opportunities. I'm not really sure that the sustainability agenda does differ for family-owned businesses as opposed to any other kind of business. I suppose potentially one difference might be for publicly quoted companies, that they may have to be taking into account the concerns of SRI, socially responsible investment funds, who screen for certain types of business behaviour or against certain types of business activity. But then given that you've got some PLC members amongst the IFB membership, then even there, that's perhaps not so much of a big difference. I think it's fundamental that owners do try and inspire their employees to understand how sustainability relates to the future of the business. And the more that they can show how improving performance on sustainability, improving social and environmental and economic impacts, helps the bottom line of the business. And secondly, then they can explain, this is what we as a business are most concerned with. These are our most material impacts. And this is what we're going to try and do. So just like any other aspect of engaging staff in the future of the business, you need to explain to them what the future of the business is and the part that those staff have in achieving that vision and that future. And then I think it's critically important that the owners of the business walk the talk. In other words, that they are demonstrably authentic when they talk about sustainability, and it's not a matter of do as I say rather than do as I do. Well, I think such pledges or some public commitments can help, and there are some global pledges. There's things like the United Nations Global Compact, for example, which over 9,000 businesses across the world have signed up for. I know that the last summit of FBN endorsed a pledge around sustainability. Such things have their place, but they've got to be real, and they can't just be a nice notice on a notice board. They have to have teeth to them, and they've got to be something that is a living tool that the organisation uses to measure itself against and to improve its performance against. So the proof of the pudding, frankly, is in the eating.